You know, there are people who would call me anti-black because I don't push a black liberal agenda.
Oh no,
but check me out. I'ma tell you what black is to me.
Talk to him, ADQ.
Speaking as a man who's been black for 36 years. Feel me? What is black?
What is it?
It's that beautiful reflection that I see in the mirror. It's that feeling that God is getting nearer. All noise is gone. Yes, Lord, I clearly hear ya. What is black? This carbonated, melanated substance that moonlights as my skin, that allows me to see the world through an alternative lens. Feel me? What is black? Is the knowledge that we were the first to roam earth. We called it home first. This colonial imposed division ain't gon' work. Nah. What is black? It's me holding myself to the highest standard. Keep my pants up, stand up, even in traumatic circumstances that make me put my hands up. What is black? Yeah, we experience weariness from the killing that got us delirious. But don't forget, we're responsible for the pyramids. We rule Ethiopia. We destroyed Mali's economy. We're the inspirations for these superheroes I gotta see to expose the God in me. What is black? It's me giving you your roses quick. Looking at you as my bro insists. See my glowing fist? Do you see it? What is black? Something that I'm proud to be. America born, African, I'm bound to speak. Take all plantation moves from my mind. Make selling out a crime. Now let me sit in my blackness and shine. Ashe.
Let me take my
Ashe.
throne. Let me take my throne.
Ashe. Listen. I picture snapping, taking place as I recite this. I rhyme quick, it gets me excited. I'm arriving, brain is chiming. How I'm doing mentally, what a century since the massacre. White supremacists said ain't no one coming after ya. My liberation mindset has begun. If anything, I'm in chapter 1, not destroyed by what those bastards done. On Channel Africa, trying to replicate. I'm feeling super blessed today. I speak freely, not say what the rest say. Are we really making moves or are we pretending? We despise the farmers while depending on their descendants. Expect an invitation to the table, but sell for the kitchen. How's that winning? I know folks who own property and push waters. You can't kill a revolutionary mind in the midst of the slaughter. From Greenwood and Micaiah Bryant, dang. Protect the sons and the daughters and be a different nation. If we do so, integration, focus on liberation. I dismiss the hatred, just outwardly thinking of empowerment. I hear the words of my ancestors and devour it. Ashe, my people. Ashe.
Talk to me, ancestors. Talk to me, ancestors. Talk to me, ancestors. Don't talk to me nice, talk to me with the truth. Don't talk to me nice, talk to me with the truth.
purchase your track today.
One, two, three, four. I'm testing.
Beast of the South. I'd rather die before I raise the white flag to the enemy, but y'all don't hear me, don't wage war. And if I have to go to battle, best believe I leave it infamy. Y'all better let them run. So who am I talking? I name in the heart. Aiming my rage and I break them apart. Changing the game that I'm staying in the art. Placing your break cause you think that you're smart. Who did you think that you are? I'm a veteran, better than most of these cats that you rapper with. Legend with hella intelligence. Several acts that I render irrelevant. Telling it, I'm a leader with an iron fist. Everyone wanna try, he can lie and piss. If told you don't better than why I live. If you're looking for a problem, nigga, I am it. I'm a bad man. Come and bust me then. Wanna rush me, friend? Well, don't trust me then. Whatever sucks me in, better nut me then. Well, then clutch your pin and let your love begin. Man, I'm sicker than malaria. Making stacks and tracks and spitting facts and mass hysteria. Rumors got you wary and you're scary in your area. Cats be talking, doing dirt. My dogs finna bury. We bout to take them to war. Where's your heart, where's your mind, and where's your soul, and where's your life? Now there's nothing you can say, no, I ain't go nowhere. where's your mind and where they soul and where's your tongue? They hate hard and sympathy. Take control, there's nothing you can say or where they going or where they go. My malicious intent and I live when I spit. Mentally sick from the script that I rip. Wishing to quit, but my pencil is sit that I get when I get living quick and that's it. Man of the myth, truth of the tale. Often they talking, they usually fail. New revolution of music and hell and Satan was bacon, they knew it was hell. Where is your heart? Where is your pride? Creep in the dark, they to hide. House full of horses, scary aside. Tell from the crypt and they buried alive. Tell them how deep, 6 feet. Not that your truth go against me. Hitting the streets so intense. Leave with rhyme we grind to mince meat. Taking charge of this infantry. Break the squad to make history. Thanking God when he strengthened me. They hating hard on this ship too done. Taking charge of this infantry. Break the squad to make history. Thanking God when he strengthened me. They hating hard on this ship. Take them to war. Where's your heart or where's your mind or where's your soul or where's your God when he strengthened me. They hating hard on this ship. Taking charge of this nothing you can say. We want to go nowhere. Where's your heart or where's your mind or where's your soul or where's your God when he strengthened me. They hating hard on this ship. Take control, there's nothing you can say or where they going or where they go.
All warfare is based on deception. Hence, when able to attack, we must seem unable. When using our forces, we must seem inactive. When we are near, we must make the enemy believe that we are far away. And when far away, we must make them believe that we are near. Hold our base to entice the enemy, feign disorder and crush him. Pretend to be weak, that he might grow arrogant. Attack him where he is unprepared and appear where you are not expected. It's the art of war. We about to tackle the war.
Just listen to all the tracks. First thing, good looks. For the one you gave me, I'm gonna have that on the album ASAP. I listened to the other songs. Yeah, nigga, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Like, do you have to destroy every fucking thing you get on, man? Like, really? 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 That's just foul. I don't even know what to say about that shit. That's like the foulest shit I've ever heard. Destruction at its finest. Like, you are a bully. You are a bully. You bully people on tracks. That ain't even right, dog. Hit me back, peace.
Finna hit my nigga Trill up. Pull off in that Jag. We be poppin' tags, bro.
Yeah, I want the bands. I want the bands. I want revenge. I want revenge. I want the bands. Yeah, I'ma switch lanes on. More loud, you can hear me coming. Gas loud, you can smell me coming. Feel the passion, you can tell I want it. It ain't good, but I'm still hungry. Yeah, I want the bands.
You know, it's crazy that you finally about to be on, little bro. She feel like a dream, man.
Yeah, I know. I still can't believe this shit myself.
So how you feeling about all this?
I feel kind of numb. I want to celebrate, but there's a whole lot of other shit on my mind.
Dig this, you ain't still sweat no dude from the start. Look, man, you work too hard for this. Fuck that. We work too hard for this. Ain't no way in the fuck I'm about to let nobody come in between what we worked for.
It's fine. I'ma handle it.
No disrespect, little bro, but I seen how you been handling it. And the way you handling things, I only see two outcomes. One, he gonna run you for the rest of your motherfucking life. Or two, he gonna fuck around and kill you over some bullshit. And I ain't about to let neither one of them things happen.
I got myself into it. I'ma handle it.
I can't see you doing anything to deserve getting punked and shut down by some asshole. You know I ain't with that bully shit.
You know I love you, bro. I can't have you jammed up in all my bullshit.
You know I know what I'm doing, man. Let me take care of this. You got albums to drop, contracts to sign, and a whole lot of goddamn groupies to smash, man.
Alright, man. Just don't do no stupid shit and have us in the street shit, for real.
Dig this. If I start it, I can finish it. I got you. I got you. I got this. But anyway, you want a bill?
Nah, man.
Alright, cool.
Yo! Talk about an intense scene. Let's remove that and get my incredibly handsome face on. What is up, my people? What is up? Welcome to yet another episode of ADQ's Renaissance. I'm your host with the most, keeping 100 from coast to coast. Through God, I post ADQ. It is Sunday, October. I was about to say September. What's wrong with me? It is Sunday, October the 10th. Sunday, October the 10th, 2021. Yes, Lord. This year is going by so fast. But anyway, you're tuning into yet another episode of ADQ's Renaissance. I am ADQ. You all just saw a clip of the incredible web series North Cack. Why am I showing North Cack on my podcast? You will find out why in just a minute. Nicholas Johnson, I see you watching. Shout out to you, sir. How you doing? Thank you for watching. Before I get started, I want to tell you all, as you can see with the ticker at the bottom, I have been rehearsing Long Eat Nola. What's up? How you doing? I have been rehearsing long and hard with some incredible artists here in Greensboro. We are prepping to put up a dope play for y'all. It is called Dr. Ranch vs. the Alien. Here's the flyer right here. Boom, boom, boom. We're going up. We premiered October 21st. That is 11 days from now. October 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 6 p.m. CVD Highest Theater, downtown Greensboro. If you want to get in, you gotta call for a reservation. You gotta hit up triadplaywrights at gmail.com for reservations. Triadplaywrights at gmail.com for reservations. Educators, students, veterans get in for $10. General admission is $12. Show starts at, let's see, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. the show starts, and on October the 21st through the 23rd, and October 24th the show goes up at precisely 2 p.m. And yo, let me read for y'all the cast list that is in the show, man. Yo, I'm talking about a who's who. Two of them are making their theatrical debuts. We have I can't talk. Walter Pickard playing Dr. Alan Wrench. We got Nancy Torkowitz playing Mary Hynop. We got Gabrielle Boney playing Becky Wrench. Making his theatrical debut is Brandon Johnson playing Bobby Sullivan. My good friend Andy Ralston Asmundi. Sorry, I am messing up your name, Andy. Playing Old Man Colvin. We got Sarah Kohlberg, Shakespeare. We were in Much Ado About Nothing together. She's playing Carol Ranch, and rounding out the cast as Connie Henderson, making her theatrical debut, is Lisa Steele, and also playing the role of Richard Hynop. Yo boy. So I'm doing it. Y'all come check it out. You know, do yourself a favor. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get to this interview. Let's get to this conversation that we're about to have. Because me and this brother have been crossing too many paths. Me and this brother know too many of the same people. You know what I'm saying? Now, this man, his career began in 2015 while assisting director Dwayne Etheridge on his film Slaughter Party. What in the heck? He connected with Etheridge in an effort to further his rap music career through music videos, which spanned over 24 years. You know what I'm saying? Lots of rappers getting into acting because, you know, they go hand in hand, basically. Just as Lin-Manuel Miranda or Will Smith. After assisting on the set of Slaughter Party, he decided that he desired to become more engulfed in the film world. He was so inspired that shortly after, in 2016, he wrote his first feature movie script, No Redemption, in which he directed, edited, produced, and starred in. After the film received great accolades, this young man immersed himself into the film industry and in 2017 created his second film, Careful for What You Wish For, a supernatural horror. While his first two films were received extremely well, neither received as many accolades as his short film, Counterplay, in 2018, which starred Renaissance Jones, who has been on this podcast, Katrina Jean, and Jocelyn Hall. In 2019, he launched his first web series, North Cack, which is based in the 704, the QC, Charlotte, about the fine arts and this drama that surrounds each one. This young man here, this brother here, is a board member at Power 104.4 FM. He is He's a film director at Red Lion Studios. He studied broadcasting at Georgia Southern University. He is originally from Augusta, Georgia, but he's in the 704 right now, and he is with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ty Durden to ADQ's Renaissance. Yo, Ty, what's up, brother?
What's going on with you, man?
Man, I am feeling blessed, black, and highly favored up in this building, man. I am just looking at your skill set, your record, your resume, and I'm like, yo, bro, you need to catch up.
True, definitely.
I'm also looking at that beard. I'm like, yo, I feel a little challenged right now.
How so?
Well, shoot, your beard is covering most of your face. Mine, you know, it's kind of like strappy right now.
Yeah. Gotta make sure you got that going good though, man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going for the Ross right now.
I feel it.
So after reading your biography, you got into the film industry first as an assistant, looking to heighten your knowledge about directing videos so that you can be a better director for, your hip hop videos, right?
Exactly. I basically got tired of having to pay other people to do my videos, so I'm like, okay. I actually went to Georgia Southern University to learn this stuff, and I had never really applied it until that moment, and so I was like, well, I've got the skill set to do this. I don't want to keep paying these guys $400 or $500. Let me go ahead and buy a camera and learn it and then do it. And that just so happens to have crossed paths with Dwayne at that point.
Yo, that's that punk rock, do it yourself mindset that I very much love, admire, and adhere to the best of my abilities. Now, I want to get to film, but we gotta talk about your first love. It sounds like your first love is hip hop, right?
Oh, definitely, no question.
Top 5. You gotta give me your top 5.
Top 5. You gotta always say Pac, because you know what I mean. You gotta always say Pac, in my opinion.
You know
what I mean. Of course, I put Big up in there, but it's just a respect thing. Honestly, for me, I look for MCs that have a lot of life, energy, diversity. Actually, one of my top 5 actually is T.I. because he actually showed that lyrical abilities in the South was something that, he could go up against some of some of the greats up north, challenged them and even surpassed some of them on track. So T.I. was definitely in my top 5. Another one that's in my top 5 is Tech Nine. Again, anybody who follows Tech Nine, his ability is unsurpassable. Trying to think who else I would put in my top 5. My top 5 is hard, man, because for me, like, I look for a lot of different things in different rappers and stuff like that. Longevity being 1, 2 being diversity, 3 lyric skills, just the diversity of content, because it's very hard to have an MC that is just roundabout all around. So I probably have to say my 5th one. That's a good one.
You better not say Drake, though. You better not say Drake.
Oh, heck no. No, absolutely not. Oh, no. No.
I mean, like right now you're in Charlotte, and right now, Cancel the Night. I know that everybody in Charlotte is still celebrating the baby, and I'm trying. I want to like the baby. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to think that I support North Carolina artists.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like the baby, and I'm like, I hear it sound. How does it sound different from anything else that's out right now?
Well, the baby, to me, I would say, well, he actually created a style that was his own style that was a derivative of other styles. The one thing that actually got me to listen to anything by the baby was I would catch some of his like freestyles over the radio and stuff like that, and I actually got to hear him. I'm like, okay, I mean, he ain't a bad rapper. It's just he's not like superior. He's not like he's passable. You know what I mean? I support him because he's, of course, a Charlotte artist, but at the same time, I'm not gonna act like he's a lyrical super MC either. You see what I'm saying? There's levels to it. Yeah, there's levels to it, because I think that on an industry level, yeah, I mean, he's entertaining, but at the same time, as far as diversity, until he actually did this song recently, that Lonely track with Lil Wayne, about 95% of his catalog sounded about the same.
That Lonely track, it slapped, man. It slaps.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. I can't even lie to you.
Lil Wayne was being, I don't know if you would say mixtape Wayne, but he was like, vintage Wayne on that.
I think he was mixtape Wayne on that one. He wanted to show out, and he showed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, Wayne, the thing about Wayne is it's hit or miss some days, because Wayne will just say anything sometimes. Now, he's a dope rapper when he wants to be. Don't get it twisted. I would never take from Wayne, but sometimes Wayne kind of just let his brain go off somewhere, and you're like, why did you say that? You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, like, Wayne, you got more talent than that. Why would you say that? Like, you were just looking for something to rhyme, and it sounds stupid. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I could never take from Wayne's ability. When he dropped a Millie, I don't think anybody had much they could say. I really don't think. If you had any doubts about Wayne's abilities, I don't think many people have much to say after that. And then his mixtape Wayne, as you said, mixtape Wayne, he made sure that he stepped out hard. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I would say for Wayne, when he first dropped and stuff, we knew that he had something. We knew, I was in high school going, the black is hot.
Yeah.
And everything. But, when he hits with Carter, you know what I'm saying? When he hits with Go DJ, the punchlines and all that. But when he was really getting into his groove and stepped up and hit us with the Millie, and then a couple years later, 6 foot, 7 foot, I was like, okay, yeah. Not my type. Yeah. The man's GOAT status. Well, no. Whoa. Let me stop myself. Not GOAT status, but legend status, legendary.
I put it like demi-GOAT. You know what I mean? Like he up there, but I can't say of all time. But for his era, he definitely deserves a crown of some sort for this era. I can't say of all time, but I can definitely say of the era of the last 5 to 10 years, he definitely deserves some position up there. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, see, I like how I like the four choices that you mentioned. Like, you know, Tupac and I like how you mentioned Tech Nine. People who are into mainstream hip hop, they don't talk about Tech Nine.
No, he's not. For the thing about it is that he is literally the antithesis to anything that's out in the industry. He's always marched to the beat of his own drum. His first of all, his formatting of rhyme scheme is so unique. The words he uses to rhyme are just ridiculous. You would have never even thought to rhyme those two words the way he does. It's almost like he has his own language at times, and it's like, again, lyrically, it's there, it's on point. They all click like they're supposed to. Again, nobody's really touching his flow besides, you know, but so many, you know what I mean? But at the same time, to be able to master a flow like that and remain on content, like people who don't write raps don't understand the complexity of creating a rhyme. First of all, again, people like Twista, people like Tech Nine, people, they don't get their respect. But when you sit down and break down their lyrics and it is linear and it's one of those things where you can follow the entire rhyme scheme and it's not just words rhyming, but it tells an elaborate story, that takes superior lyricism. Like, again, that's why I tell people, I said, you can't, I don't really listen to too many people who don't really process rap the same way. Like, you have to understand the complexities of writing a rhyme to truly respect the craft. No different than somebody who's an actor, you know, talking about actors or directors knowing how to direct. You can't truly have that true knowledge until you've delved deep into that actual craft. You see what I'm saying? So that's where my level of respect comes from, because again, I started in '93. So again, I was up against, you know, the people who the lyrics that I was kind of raised by was, you know, of course, this was shortly before Nas and Wu-Tang, and so that's what I'm saying. I was able to master lyricism, because even in the South, we realized that we didn't have a voice in rap like that. So in order for us to make it to a point where we could rap, we had to get our lyrics up. And then what happened was there was kind of like a changeover when Master P came in and No Limit, or, you know, they changed over and said, okay, we're the South, we're a little different. Outkast, of course. But there was a style that was still unique to the South only, and it was not always well received. So some of us were still kind of confused, like, okay, well, we learned how to rap with lyrics, but they still don't accept us. And then we realized, okay, the South don't have to do that. You know what I mean? We can do our own thing. So it was a little bit different for us. So for me, understanding all those eras and having to create in all those eras, I understand the complexity it takes to write a rhyme and be able to adapt. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different for me on that.
You know, I will say that when it comes to from the South, that's why I Tip, you know, it's great that you got him on your top 5. I'm sorry, Tip, you're not on my top 5, but, you know, respect. Yeah. But Tip doesn't get his flowers like he really deserves, because, you know, if you look at his entire catalog, he has shown that how versatile and multifaceted he could be. I mean, you know, you listen to 24s, you listen to Rubber Band Man, you know, his old stuff. He went pop on them when he hit him with Bring 'Em Out. You know, that there, you know, same guy who did 24s, came and did Bring 'Em Out. You know, Bring 'Em Out didn't sound like the type of beat that T.I. or any other rapper from the South could actually rhyme over. You know what I'm saying? Mm. And then he go and do that extra poppy, whatever you like.
Oh man, look, I still ain't forgave him for that.
You can have whatever you like.
No, I did not like that. I pretend like that didn't even happen, man. I literally treat that like a traumatic event. Like, I treat that like a traumatic event, bro. I black it out. I forgot it even happened.
Okay, so here's a Tip project that came out in recent years that really got my attention. And before I go into that, I will say, I mean, whatever you like happened, but Touchdown with Eminem, that did happen as well. Now we gotta admit that was a lyrical masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when Tip dropped the Us or Else joint, that Us or Else EP, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was all over that because that was at a time when, you know, social justice, the social justice dialogue was at a high. Everybody was high off of Kendrick Lamar. So Kendrick Lamar's to Pimp Butterfly, Tip coming at him with his own conscious album and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, Tip went all the way there on all the lyrics, right?
Exactly.
I love Us or Else. That is actually my favorite project from him.
Yeah. And it's that diversity. You got to respect it at the same time. In order for an artist to evolve, again, that takes a certain skill set because certain people feel like they can only do it one way or they do it a certain niche and just stick with that. If you're able to evolve and not only evolve, but be able to adapt to other people's stuff. He's been on stuff as versatile as Alchemist. You know, to be on an Alchemist album, that's not an easy feat because you got to know how to rap on an Alchemist track. The track is dope, but it doesn't feed you like some of these, you know, industry tracks are because it has a certain energy to it that saves you if you can't rap. But if on an Alchemist track, you got to know how to rap because otherwise you'll sound ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. Like to be able to go from what we knew Tip, and especially in the So Serious or the I'm Serious days when he first started, all the way to, you know, and again, I think where the biggest changeover started was Paper Trail. I think that's when he kind of evolved into something else. That was one, of course, right before he went to prison. And
right. Okay, I don't dance. No way.
I mean, he that album, you could tell there was a lot of thought in his mind. There was a lot of remorse, but at the same time, he was kind of evolving at that point. So, you know, yeah.
No, I will go as far as to say that I believe that Swagger Like Us was on Paper Trail. It was supposed to be on Paper Trail and the Blueprint 3.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. It was supposed to be on Jay-Z's album as well. Just Jay-Z wanted the Blueprint 3 to be an anti-auto-tune album. You know, his first single, he was dissing auto-tune. Kanye and Wayne were using auto-tune on Swagger Like Us.
Yeah.
That's why, I'm sorry. Tip had the best verse on the song.
I thought so too, but I was like, yo, because again, that's why I say he bodied some people. Like, again, you know, to even with the lyrical mastery of Jay-Z, because I don't care what anyone says, you cannot take from Jay-Z's lyrics. You cannot take from his legacy. You cannot say that he does not deserve a crown of some sort. Same deal, because it just, like I said, again, if you've ever wrote lyrics, to understand, to master the way he does it, it's so unique. You know what I mean? That it's spawned other people who tried to be like him. So yeah, I mean, you gotta respect it. And if T.I. can get on a track with them and just basically body the track like that, gotta give him his respect.
I don't care if everybody on the track was going over. No, T.I. came through and straight bodied all over. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. It's facts.
Definitely.
Look, y'all are watching and tuning in to ABQ's Renaissance. I am talking to this young man, Ty Durden. So you said you started out in '93.
Yep.
You look like you the same age as I am, man. What was you doing in '93?
I was 12 in '93.
Okay, so you got a couple. You ain't got many years on it. Just a few. Just a few. I was 8 and I was 7 for most of '93, but then turned 8 in September. So so real quick, tell me how did you get your start into the music and leading into going to Georgia State University to learn how to to the Rick. Sorry about that. The Rick.
It was all kind of, like I said, it was all pretty linear path. Like I said, what ended up happening when I'll never forget. It was the weirdest thing because I still ain't really a big fan of his music, but I'll never forget what really got me into rap was MC Hammer. Huh? What?
Man, you too legit to quit in these streets, ain't you?
Yeah, it was too legit to quit, bro. It was that album. It was insane. I look, man. And back then, like, it was just like it just hit me, like, at the time. So I'll never forget. My brother got me that for Christmas, and I was listening to it. And you know, my brother, he would freestyle all the time, like, you know, because he was always just listening to different stuff, and he would just rap over other people's beats. And they started a little rap group between him and one of my other friends. And so I was like, you know what, man, let me try this, man. I said, I want to try this. And it took me over. Like, and the thing about it was I just had a kind of a natural ability to it, but then I just got so deeply involved in the culture. Like, I could, anything between 93 to 2005, most of that stuff I could tell you down to a T because I was so deeply immersed in music. Like, again, I know about a lot of cliques nobody really knows about, like Boot Camp Clique. A lot of people don't know anything about them people.
I've heard the Boot Camp Clique.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I can go, you know, I was really so deep into it. So I learned not just the culture of hip hop, but I learned the culture of rap in particular, and MCing. So yeah, so basically after all that happened, you know, of course I was still rhyming, and I actually became a radio host at the time. And you know what I mean, when I went to Georgia Southern. And so I hadn't quite picked my major yet. I knew I liked to write, and so I thought journalism was the way to go until the first assignment was a 40-page paper, and I said, nah. So I dipped out that class. So I changed it over to broadcast and production so that I could learn how to engineer my own music. And that's how I ended up getting it. But see, when you do broadcasting, they teach you not just the audio side, but the visual side. And I never really thought I had to use the visual side because, you know, I was thinking about audio. I wasn't even thinking about making movies or any of that stuff. So that's pretty much what transitioned that knowledge. And then, you know, after that, of course, the story as you know it, I came here making music or whatever, ran into Dwayne, saw the process, fell in love with the process, and just said, you know what, I'm gonna go for it, you know? So
what led the migration from Georgia to here in North Carolina, you know, Charlotte in particular, because nowadays most people do that in reverse. Most people are going from here to there. What led you to come in here from there?
Well, at the time, like I said, because my woman had got a job here, so I came here to be with her. And so basically what ended up happening was I ended up just coming out here, and I didn't know anything about the Charlotte area. Nothing. Like, I didn't know anything about it. And so really, what's funny is everything that I've gotten as far as reach and knowing people, that's all happened in the last 4 years. I've been here for about 15 years though, you know, but it's just these last 4 years I just really jumped out there and I went hard at it. And so that's how all this kind of came to be. So 2015, when I met Wayne, I was actually working with another rapper, and he was doing a video shoot, and I think I met him at work or something. And then so I was rapping with him, and Wayne was like the director. And so I was just sitting there watching this process, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. And he's like, you know, we got to rapping and talking, and he was like, well, you know, I do movies and stuff. He's like, you know, I could always use help on set. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? I had some free time. I said, let me come check out the process. And like instantly, I became engulfed. I had such a good time doing it. It literally grabbed me. And shortly after, I was like, you know what? And it was crazy because me and Wayne would talk about it. You know, I said, I want to write a movie. And he's like, what? I said, I want to write a movie. And of course, me and Wayne's friendship is very blunt and very honest. I was like, I came to him months later. I said, you thought I was lying, didn't you? He's like, yeah, I did. He's like, I didn't think you were really gonna do it. And literally, when I told him I wanted to write it, 3 months later, I had wrote my first movie, which was a full feature. And yeah, it was crazy. And then after that, I'm one of those people. If I want it, I go. I don't always know the answer, but I'm gonna make it happen. You know what I mean? And I just go forward. I don't have to know all the answers. I can talk to people, but I'm not gonna stand here and just keep asking a bunch of questions. I'm just gonna go, and then I'm gonna figure my way out as I go.
That's a quotable. That's something that you should put on a plaque somewhere.
What was it?
If I want it, I'll go get it. I may not know all the answers, but I'll figure out all the answers on the way.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's crazy you end up meeting good people that way too.
I agree. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So I've been wanting to talk with a film person about the film process and the film industry at its current state.
Okay.
You know Renaissance Jones like I do. Sometimes when I talk with him, and it's kind of like we're talking about each other's goals. 2 words comes out of his mouth that inspires me. You know what those words are?
What's that?
It's an F. First word is an F word that rhymes with duck.
Oh, okay.
And the other word is Hollywood.
Yep.
And I'm like,
yep.
Yeah. We should have the mindset instead of like trying to get to Hollywood. Nah. Because what is Hollywood? I mean, it's just studios where people have unending bank accounts. Well, shoot, all we gotta do is just stack our money.
Exactly.
A large reach. Well, shoot, everybody who is involved knows somebody. Just challenge people to get like 10, 20, 30 people together. And shoot, anybody who saw Dolomite Is My Name, the movie, and learned about
Rudy Ray Moore?
Yeah, Rudy Ray Moore. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy Ray Moore's story and how he got Dolomite from being, a dream, a vision to on the big screen. That's the master class. People should take notes.
Mm-hmm.
Take that, apply it to what I've been talking with Renaissance about. Boom. What you need Hollywood for?
Exactly. Hollywood is just an engine, and that's what people don't understand. For the first time, the wall has been moved. And what I mean is that before, the only way you could get in is through their way, but now it's kind of an open scape where basically you don't need them for filming purposes. You don't need them for distribution purposes. You don't need them for promotional purposes. Everywhere that Hollywood could possibly put you, you can put yourself. And that's what's crazy. That's what I realized about the music game too. I was explaining this to my son. I said, what's crazy is right now, if you go on Spotify, you can see my music right next to it. It could be on the same playlist as Jay-Z, because the same people can listen to Jay-Z as the same people can listen to me. And that's wild. For the first time, there was never an even playing field. It was like you did your thing over here and hoped one day you could be in the same playing field as these people. But now it doesn't matter. A person in France right now could accidentally stumble upon my music. And that's all it would take. Before it would be a situation where the only way you could end up in France is if you had the right connections, the right people, and usually those people would be Hollywood. And same deal with movies. You couldn't be on Amazon Prime. You couldn't be on any of this stuff before. But now Amazon Prime is pretty easy to get on. You can distribute your stuff. Like right now, North Cack is on about 10 different channels on Roku. And one's based in Philadelphia, one's based in California, one's based in Tennessee, one's based in, two are based in Charlotte, one's based in Nigeria, West Virginia. We're getting ready to do one in Atlanta, Alabama, So we're able to be in different engines all over the place. To where before, the only way you could reach these audiences is if you had an agent in Hollywood. So yeah, I mean, me and Jones carry that same mind frame. I don't deal with Hollywood. Like Hollywood is not my ultimate goal. My goal is to become self-sufficient through my craft.
Man, that's beautiful. See, I love I love talking to brothers like y'all because it keeps me focused and thinking. Don't need Hollywood because you look at Hollywood in current state.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, people are getting canceled left and right for doing something as little as sneezing.
Yeah, very much.
Number two, and me and you try to go to Hollywood, they will try really hard to get one of us, if not both of us, in a dress.
Exactly. And I'm a huge conspiracy theorist. So, bro, listen, I got a whole set of reasons why I don't deal with Hollywood. That's a whole nother topic, but definitely.
I would love for you to share. I would love for you to share after I get past this Hollywood points. I don't mind. We do not mind conspiracy theories on ADQ's Renaissance because they're not crazy. Because it's not crazy. Some of these conspiracy theories, there is a good element of truth to them. If nothing else, we could just hear you out and have a reasonable discourse. Another reason is because all these reboots. There's so many reboots, sequels to movies that came out, I don't know, 40 years ago. All that. So Hollywood is obviously lost its creativity. So that's why if you want like new innovative content, either the theater or the independent scene, those are the routes to go, or the experimental scene. That's why I remain in theater. And also when they do movies about black people, it's always some corny, moody, sad. Man, I feel like I'm down on your buttons, man. It's always some corny, moody, sad, half put together, unwatchable black trauma piece. The movie Harriet sucked.
I didn't see that one, but I heard.
Good, don't see it, man. I'm 2 hours of my life that I will never get back. Not only that, but Miami, the one night in Miami joint, it received a lot of recognition. After hearing Tariq Nasheed's commentary on it, I looked at it and I was like, I'm sorry, nobody will ever play Malcolm X as good as Denzel Washington did.
Never again. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, so I couldn't really see that because I'm sorry, I saw Will Smith play Muhammad Ali. I saw Malcolm X I saw Denzel Washington play Malcolm X. I'm sorry, I can't see it again. I'm sorry, I just can't.
No, there's no reason to, because you can only keep remaking the same idea over and over again and keeping it being creative. So yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, that gets me every time with that.
Nah, you gotta give me these conspiracy theories, these Hollywood conspiracy theories that you got going on in your mind.
Again, I believe completely in the secret societies. I believe in all that stuff. Like, and I told cats like this. I said, if you have a conversation with me, like literally, I'm one of the most logical people you'll meet. Like, it has to make sense. It has to be something that I have viewed, dissected, weighed up against other theories, weighed up against other evidence. Like, I'm very particular before I accept certain things to be not necessarily truths, but believable theories. And the truth is, and this is something that I told somebody the other day, I said, there are very few facts in this world. Let's just be honest. And the reason why I say that is because everything is a very highly popularized theory. And for every theory and thesis, there is an equally compelling antithesis for just about every theory you have. We're still debating if the world's flat. So at the same time, you got to sit here and think to yourself, if you talk to one person on one end that has a belief structure, you will find somebody on the other end that has just as much belief in what they believe in. And truth be told, unless you're omnipotent and you can see everything all the time and weigh it up against every variable, which is what a fact would be based on. You know, in order to test a theory scientifically, it has to be weighed up against every variable. Well, different things are being discovered every day. So you can't say it's been weighed up against every variable. You can't be everywhere at once. So, with that being said, most things are popularized theories. Very few things are facts. So when people say conspiracy theories, I'm like, most things are theories. Yeah. For the longest, we thought that they had discovered what was considered a brontosaurus for years. We all grew up with that. Then years later, they discovered that they had the wrong bone to its collarbone or to its neck bone, and it actually belonged to a completely different dinosaur. We had it wrong the whole time. It's something, again, we accept certain things as facts because it's been regurgitated back to us through literature. So,
You know, I've heard I hear three different well, I'll say four different ways of how the world came to be. You know, there's God said let there be light, and Adam and Eve came. There's that. There's the Big Bang Theory. There's dinosaurs ruled the earth at one point, and there is black people were the first ones to walk earth. Me, I just put it all together like God said, let there be light. Boom, there was your bang, and then out of the sun came a very, very beautiful black woman, and then a black man. And I guess that was what you would call Adam and Eve.
I think they're all connected, and that's what I'm saying. Like, see, again, if to have a theory, you got to connect it against everything else that's popularized and make sense of everything. Because right now, the game is to make everything make sense. That's where we're at right now. Nobody truly knows the answer. And it's so funny. I'll sit back and tell people, I said, you'll hear people arguing so valiantly about something. You'll be like, we don't really know.
Nah.
We believe and we have to have faith. And I told people, I said, everybody has faith. Everybody has faith. You have to have faith in everything you're believing in, because even if you don't believe in God, you have to have faith that what you believe is the truth, because you're really just taking something that somebody else told you. 9 times out of 10, most people don't actually do the research themselves. They don't actually do the scientific method themselves. They read books from other people, and they basically take regurgitated facts and regurgitated words and accept it as facts, but never did the research themselves to actually weigh it up against those words. You see what I'm saying? So very few people can say things are facts. We're all just taking things that other people said and accept it as facts.
And you can't do Google research. Nah, can't do Google research.
No, because again, like I said, for every bit of what they consider facts or Google search results, there's somebody on the other end that's saying the complete opposite. Who's right?
Who is right? That's why I don't debate. I don't argue, because I'm like, hey, I got my worldview. You got your worldview. Either your worldview is going to work against mine, and we are going to starkly disagree, or maybe your worldview could help me become a better person, and perhaps you could be a pearl in my life, one way or the other. But why argue?
And I'm the same way. I tell people, I said, because for me to argue with you would mean that I actually truly know what I'm saying. I said, I can't say I know. I can tell you what I believe, but at the same time, we're supposed to be constantly growing. We're supposed to be constantly learning and evolving. So for me to accept certain things, I've already blocked off any potential knowledge I could have got. So I hear anybody out. I don't care if we have completely polar opposite belief structure. I'm going to listen to what you have to say and then weigh it up against what I have. And then maybe you might have taught me something. Maybe you might have gave me a new element to my own belief structure. You see what I'm saying? So I try to hear everything that people have to say, even if it's not what I believe. And that's why I usually don't go at people with quote unquote conspiracy theories, because people sometimes are not at a level of acceptance of things outside of their usual belief structure. And then you just really just going at each other for no reason, because what I tell people, the difference between a debate and an argument is what the end result's supposed to be. A debate is supposed to be something that's a learning experience. You're supposed to hear each other out and then express ideas. Argument is, I have my belief, you have your belief, and I'm going to keep trying to make you understand mine. I don't care what yours is. You see what I'm saying? Very few people have debates. They have arguments because they're counterproductive. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's why I don't argue with people. I don't even really debate with people unless I know you're ready to hear both sides. So yeah. But when it comes to conspiracy theories, there's things that have connected, and it's almost unavoidable, some of the stuff you see. And in fact, I actually incorporate some conspiracy theories into North Cack.
You think that I'm going to throw a conspiracy out there. You think that Chadwick Boseman's death was set up?
Who now?
Chadwick Boseman.
I don't have enough evidence to really support that. I haven't really looked into him being a sacrifice or anything like that. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. I don't automatically assume somebody is a sacrifice unless I see a connection. You know, most people who are conspiracy theorists, well, not most people, because I don't want to say that because I don't know what they're all thinking. But a lot of times, the first go-to when somebody famous dies is it was a blood sacrifice, or they went against the secret society, and so that's why they went out. I try to look at the whatever evidence is present. There's a reason why these people are a secret society because you ain't gonna find but so much evidence. So with that being said, you know, I don't really know. That one I have not followed that deep. You know what I'm saying? I have to look into that one a little more, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't really follow the secret society stuff, but I will say, the clips that I've saw from North Cack is incredible.
Thank you.
You guys struck gold, sir.
Appreciate
you. You guys struck gold. So you gotta tell me. I know that when people in the hip hop circle refers to North Carolina, they call North Carolina North Cackalack and whatnot. So
Yeah.
I have an idea of where the name came from, where the concept for North Cack come from.
It actually, again, it was built off the idea of North Cack was actually a business idea. It was not so much a show. And the reason why I say that is that when I created North Cack, it was created so that the industry here would be able to be exposed in a business like structure. So basically, the way you start seeing people from the music industry here, you start seeing people from the comedy community here, you start to see people from the film community here, all under one roof. And some people appear as themselves to help promote their brands. You'll see, like, for instance, Power 104. If you watch the show, even a few episodes, you know where Power 104 is. Holiday, who's the owner of Power 104, he plays Holiday of Power 104. It's so that you can learn about things. So basically, the goal was, if I came from out of town and I watched all of North Cack, when I come to Charlotte and I see these things, they match up. I'm like, wait, there really is a Power 104 here. There really is a Holiday who's there. Certain people are who they are because it's promoting the actual culture here. So that's where that belief had started, as far as just starting the series. And as far as the writing, again, I like complex theory, or excuse me, complex plots when I put stuff together. So sometimes I want to have something for everybody. I want to have a romance plot. I want to have kind of a street plot. I want to have a conspiracy plot. I want to have something that kind of gave you a little bit of taste of The Wire, a little bit of taste of Empire, a little bit. You kind of get all that under one roof, and they all connect. You know, the one thing about it is that the more you watch the show, the more you realize the degree of separation starts to get smaller and smaller. They just seem like random people, but they're all connected together. And as you watch the show more, you see how they're all connected and how deep the show really can go. So, I mean, really, I just wanted something that would be entertaining, that would help promote the culture out here.
Very nice, very nice. I'm gonna have to hit you up on when the next time y'all holding auditions for a slide or something.
So we always look. the thing about it is, I think we. It's crazy because I don't even think I've met all my cast. I done met probably about half of them because for a while in season 2, I had Ben Elias. He actually directed for 3 of the episodes because I was out building other parts of North Cack because I'm a business minded person first and foremost. For me to have the talent to write is a bonus, and I'm very thankful for that. But my mindset was always, how can I franchise out? So of course, there's North Cack Radio, there's North Cack Music, there's North Cack Promotions. We even have a wine and spirit called Noir Cerise. So my mindset was always on the business mind. So I said, okay, I built the structure, I built everything for North Cat to kind of run itself. I write the stories, like I write the entire series. I don't have any other writers; it's just me. So I talked with Ben. I let him know season 2. This is kind of what I wanted. I want to make sure we're both on the same page. And he ran season 2 for the first 3 episodes. So a lot of the new actors, I didn't even meet them. I don't even know, like, and we got a cast of over 75 people. So I don't know everybody from North Cack. I haven't met everybody from North Cack.
So I know Ben Elias. He calls himself Benji Fresh, right?
Yeah, that's my dog.
Okay, so are you familiar of an entry of a film that he made for the 48-hour film project in Greensboro a couple years ago?
What was it called?
Crime and Fiction.
Mm-mm. I've seen Trance. I've seen the one. What was the one he did with Ronza? Trying to remember. I saw about 3 of his films, but no, I've not heard that one.
Daggone. See, I'm personally offended by that because I
Was it?
co-wrote Crime and
Oh,
Fiction.
wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Does he have it
And
on
I
his channel?
acted.
Did he put it on his channel?
I think it's on his channel. I need to double check.
Okay.
I don't know whether his channel is Benji Fresh or Ben Elias.
I think it's Benji Fresh Presents or it's Benji Fresh, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't seen. I saw about 3 of his films so far. I don't think I saw that one on there, but I could always be wrong.
I mean, I know that I'm credited for writing or co-writing it and acting in it on IMDb.
Oh, that's dope.
So I'm like, if he's going to put it on IMDb, then he's got to put it on his YouTube channel. I mean, that only makes sense, right?
I would like to think so, but I can't tell you for sure. But I definitely checked though. Yeah, I was not aware of that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, when it comes to the North Cack franchise, this is the part of ADQ's renaissance where ADQ markets himself. When it comes to the North Cack franchise and stuff, like I said, when y'all are casting or when you're looking for writers, let a brother know.
Okay, definitely. Yeah. I mean, the thing about it was season 2, because as you know, Benji he moved from Charlotte. I think he's near. Yeah, because I think he's in near Cherokee with his family. So that threw a bit of a monkey wrench in the situation because basically, because season 1, I wrote, directed, edited, all that. So when season 2 started and I had kind of him, he was directing and everything like that, he had a flow. My flow and his flow are a little bit different. So when he left, I had to kind of get back in the director's seat and get everything back together and reformat it back to where I'm more comfortable. So that slowed up production. So now we're kind of getting that groove back and everything like that. So I'm always casting just because I'm not sure if certain things have to be reformatted a different way. So yeah, I mean, the thing about it is we will definitely have a casting soon for that.
I've always wondered, what is the editing process like? I've heard people say
What do you mean?
like, so what?
No, I'm sorry. I was moving something on my phone. Go ahead.
I've always wondered, what is the editing process like? How is it like usually done? Because I've heard people talking about how tedious it is, how you gotta make sure every second of every shot is right. And even when you look at some of the biggest films in history, there are continuity errors?
It's very difficult. Yeah. With continuity errors, it's crazy because you'll see people with $1 million budget movies and you still see continuity errors. All these people on set and all these people whose job it is to make sure that doesn't happen, and it still happens. Uh, Editing, when you're talking about with editing, you're only as good as your director is. Like they have a rule: the garbage in, garbage out. So if you don't, as a director, give them the right materials, editors can only work but so much magic. Like basically, I've had directors who will miss shots or completely forget to do something to make it continuous, and you can only do but so much trickery through editing to make it look continuous. So yeah, but with editing, it's very tedious. It's one of those things where once you have a flow, it still takes a long time. Like you could be almost an expert. Like at this point, when I'm editing, it's just like click, 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 click. I'm already knowing exactly what I want to do, but it's tedious. Like I'll be editing and the sun will be up, and then I'll be done with it, and I'll look and it'll be dark outside, and I won't even realize it because you'll be so engulfed in what you're doing. Like a 5-minute scene could take you 2 hours just because of how detailed it could be. Because when you're taking footage from different places, like you might have 5 different shots that you're working from. So I might have a medium, I might have or a mid shot, I might have a close up, I might have an extreme close up, I might have a 2 shot, I might have a 3 shot. Okay, so I've got these 5. And so between that, not only do I have to make sure that the motions are continuous with each other so it doesn't look out of place, but then you're also concerned with your audio because sometimes when you're shooting at different distances, your vocals will be louder or outside noise might be louder. So you have to adjust that. And again, everything is sync work. It's a lot of sync work. And so it could be very tedious. Most people are afraid of it. Like they're like, man, I don't want to edit. Like me and Renaissance Jones joke about that all the time because he just refuses. He's like, I'm not gonna edit. He just refuses. And I'm just one of those people. I don't like let nobody slow me down. So I'm one of those people. I'm like, I'll edit it myself and knock it out.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not refusing to ever partake in editing, but I will say for the moment, I think I'll stick with acting and writing. I think I'll stick with that. And directing if the opportunity ever presents itself.
Mm-hmm.
So as you continue to build this North Cack empire, even though people like me, I'll say I'm not fully anti-Hollywood yet. I'm getting there, but I gotta ask: are there any people who are on the mainstream that you look at and say, okay, I'm taking notes from this one, I'm taking notes from this one. Maybe I should emulate their style just a little bit. Who would you say that you look at as influences?
First of all, I mean, I love what Jordan Peele's doing. I like that. I may not like all the stories in its entirety, but I love his method. I love that he has learned to try to master horror because too long in black cinema, particularly, we did not delve into horror movies. Or if we did, it wasn't, they always tried to make it like a horror / comedy. But like literally, you know, what Jordan Peele is doing with socially conscious messages and turning it into something that is of the horror level of some of the great horror directors like Wes Craven, people like that. The fact that he's able to do that, I respect that. Um, Again, I as far as directors go, I look to people like some of the classics. I mean, again, you can't take from Martin Scorsese. You can't. I feel like if I'll sit there and watch a movie for 3 hours, it's got to be a good movie. And like it still stands the test of time. Goodfellas still stands the test of time. It does. You know what I mean? Like I could turn it on today and I will watch the whole movie. It stands the whole movie.
From the time he's a kid to the time when he's looking all scared, looking at Robert De Niro. Oh yes.
Definitely. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I like directors who have a creative edge. I like, you know, directors who aren't scared to take chances and do something different and make themselves stand out.
Me too. That's why I love. That's why I love Tarantino.
Yeah, me
Like
too. I got to give Tarantino. He has his own flow.
he does. He does. I mean, Spike Lee could get mad at him for using the N word so many times as much as he wants to. I'm sorry, Tarantino. I rocks with Tarantino.
Same, exactly.
Also, I like the look. I like the flow of the Coen brothers. The Coen brother. Well, now I think it's just one Coen, Joel Coen, doing it himself. But I, like they come to mind because Tragedy of Macbeth is about to drop, and Denzel Washington is playing Macbeth. But I've seen where Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I saw this movie, this folk music movie. I forgot the name of it, but based off of those, I've seen the Coen Brothers style. And I like this style. Of course, I got to throw some black filmmakers there. Of course, Spike Lee is,
Of
a
course.
legend.
Definitely.
Spike Lee is he's God level. You know what I'm saying? He's God level.
No question. Definitely.
Let's see. I also love and respect what Jordan Peele's doing. Yo, hold up, what the heck? Ryan Coogler, man.
Definitely. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't even mention him. Definitely.
Ryan Coogler's still relatively new, but everything he's dropped has been classic so far.
And the thing is like he literally just, and this is what I really love about what's happening. See, because again, like I said, there's been such a stigma for black filmmakers. It has to be this. If it wasn't a comedy or if it wasn't this type of crime drama, you didn't see black filmmakers making it, or it wasn't accepted in Hollywood the way it would, except for people like Spike Lee, who was able to get through with socially conscious messages, but very seldom. And that's the reason why I rock so heavy with Renaissance Jones, because we both have that mindset of trying to do something out of the norm. Like he does sci-fi. I do a lot of horror. Again, North Cack. Huh?
Both genres go hand in hand.
They do. And I mean, the thing is, I love thrillers, horror movies. I like murder mysteries. You know what I mean? Like things like that. Like I don't even typically watch a lot of stuff that a lot of people consider the norm, because I don't really like. I'm more about the writing. I'm more about the content. And if I feel like it's something that's been so regurgitated, it's so overdone, I don't really rock with it. I like twists and turns. I like you to be on the edge of your seat and not know what's going to happen next. I want there to be suspense. You know what I mean? Like the funny part about it, like season 1 of North Cack, the season finale, when we were doing the premiere and we were at 360 Lounge. Now, when we were watching in there, I don't like watching other people watch my stuff. Like I just, that's me being a little self-conscious. And so I'm sitting outside, but I can hear inside the building. And as each of some of the major twists came out, I literally could hear the audience like, whoa. And so I like doing that. That's the one thing that I think that made North Cack, even to the level it's at now, is the surprises, the twists, the turns. Even my character on there, when they found out what my character was, that bugged everybody out. So I like creative writing. I don't like just writing a movie to say it's a movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So I gotta ask you this. Speaking as an actor, who, okay, so I'll share a little bit of my artist journey with you, because I want to know about a certain place on your artist journey. If I go all the way back, my artist journey starts with me singing on the church choir, into acting in the church play, and then a high school play, and then acting, and then dropping the mixtape when I was 21, then acting in the play when I was like 23, and haven't looked back since. I'm 36 now. So I'm trying to figure out which one did I do first. But I know that ever since I was 7, I've always wanted to act. Like I've always wanted to act, and I always wanted to write. So I ask you, we've been talking for about an hour about your writing, about your rapping, about your entrepreneurship. At what point did you say, you know what? I want to do this acting too. Let me pick up a script and tell another human being story.
It was funny because it came from a need. Like everything I've done has came from a need. Like it was a lack of resources. Just like I said, like why I picked up a camera to begin with, because I didn't want to pay for videos. So when it came to me acting, I didn't know any actors. So I was like, you know what? I'll be the actor. I was like, I got to worry about nobody else's schedule. I wrote the script. I mean, again, I love crime. I love crime drama and murder mysteries. So I wanted to write a murder mystery as my first one. Like I love Law and Order and Criminal Minds and forensic shows. Like I'm really big on all that stuff. So I was like, let me write a movie that I can relate to. And I didn't know a lot of actors. Dwayne was the only person I knew in the film community at the time. And that's actually how I ended up meeting Renaissance Jones, because I had to ask Dwayne, because Dwayne and him had already been working. And so I said, well, hey, I saw Renaissance Jones in a couple of your stuff. I was like, yo, he's a dope actor. How could could I get him in my movie? And when he said he would take it, I was like, oh, that's dope. I mean, I was shocked that he would actually do it. Because I mean, I was fresh out the gate. No one heard my name. No one knows me. But Jones was like, okay, cool. And that's why we rock so heavy to this day. Because again, for one, as an actor, like he's my mentor. Like I learned a lot of acting from him, which is crazy because we realized, like, when we got to know each other, we both said, you know what, I see a lot of you in me. So when it got to that point, it just seemed like it fit for him to be my mentor with acting. So when I decided to act, I was like, well, nobody else is going to be the star, so let me do it. And so that's how it was. And then I got so engulfed in it. Like I was like, yo, this is not only fun, but it gave me a feeling like being another role and really taking that on. It's a different feeling.
Yeah. Yes, it's a fun feeling. And I say that as somebody who has acted both on stage and in film.
Mm-hmm.
Two totally different worlds, mind you.
Exactly. I realized that.
Have you ever participated in the theater?
No, actually, it was cool because there's a cat named Nuff said that one day out of nowhere, he was like, Ty, I want you to come over here and meet some of my people. I had no idea what it was about. He took me to a theater group and I just sat there and watched the process. And I was like, wow. I mean, I didn't realize I've seen a couple plays in my life, but I didn't realize the complexities of it. I didn't realize how much work, how much dedication it takes to just watch them over and over and over rehearsing and getting it just right, and the strength of acting you have to have, because I explained this to people a while back ago, the difference between film and theater, because theater, they have to be big because you can't suspend your disbelief. You have to suspend your disbelief, excuse me, because if you're mad on camera, I could just do a close up, show your eyes and your eyebrows furrowing. But when you're on stage, they can't see that. So your actions and your demeanor and your dialogue has to communicate that. So you have to be big. And people are seeing from a far distance on top of that. Some people could be in the back of the theater. They have to be just as engulfed as the people in the front row. So it's a different craft. And when I realized that, I was like, wow, it's a completely different discipline. Now, both of them are respectable because I've seen people who can transition from theater to film, and I've seen people who can't. They're still in theater mode. And when you're in theater mode and you go into film, sometimes people tend to be too big. And you're like, okay, calm down. The camera can do that. You don't have to do that. So I respect anybody who can do both. I respect that. I never really caught the theater bug as far as for me. I believe I can do it, but I don't see it in the cards right now.
Man, I'm prepping to do a play right now, And yeah, I love it. I love the rush of the audience. I love the instant feedback. Um, I love how with every single word you have to fully be exact and articulate. Which
Exactly.
you have to do that on film, but to a lesser degree. And I remember when I first started like doing films. I came in there with my theater training and everything, and the directors would be like, Adrian, I need you to calm way, way, way down. In the theater, in film, you have to bring it. The least is better. You have to be really subtle. It's subtlety. But on stage is when you do all of this.
Exactly. Theater literally is more theatrical. That's when the thing about on film is supposed to be more normal. It's supposed to be more like typical reality. You know what I mean? Like a conversation like you and I are having right now. This would be more for film. What you know what I mean? Like being very big and being very theatrical. That's for theater. You know what I mean? The whole point is when you're talking about on a film, we should feel like we're in the room with you two having a conversation, and it should feel normal. Whereas in the theater, you're supposed to be aware you're watching a performance. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like when you're in when you're in theater, you're basically sharing the world with the actors who are on stage. The actors who are on stage are behind the fourth wall, but you get to watch what's going on. You get to watch what's going on that side of the fourth wall from a viewing place. And I also want to say real quick, shout out to Miss Gianna Bridges. I act in an incredible play that she wrote earlier today. Love you too, Miss Gianna. But yeah, but what I love about film is incredible things like this can happen. Friend of mine, Caleb, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has that same independent, go-get-it mindset that you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's done great things. Do 17. 17. 1-7. He presented an idea for his agency. Agency wasn't filming it. So he took his cell phone, put it on the stand, got some other actors who believed in his vision, made the film, spent all night editing it, managed to get it in several film festivals, 2 of them international.
Wow.
And I'm credited as producer.
That's cool.
It is, man. So yeah, it's coming to a point, man. We about to bankrupt Hollywood around here.
Yeah. I mean, it's the idea that we deserve to have a voice too. We shouldn't have to always run it through their filter. You know.
I agree, man. I totally agree. So as we start to wrap this up, because you know that crack you get into you get in your voice when you're a little tired and stuff.
Yeah.
I can hear that in your voice.
But you know what's funny? My voice always like that because I'm always tired. Yeah, I'm always tired. I don't sleep much, so hey, that's my typical voice. People tell me that all the time. Like, man, you always sound tired. I say, because I am always tired. But yeah,
man. But I gotta know real quick. I got an idea of some of it, but what does the future lie? What does the future hold for Ty Durden?
Well, right now, of course, I'm working with collaborating with Renaissance Jones. We're doing our first feature film as a collective.
Really?
It's called Street Logic. You didn't see the casting? We had a casting for it. He actually got you casted. You're casted in there.
I won't want to tell nobody, but since you let the cat in the bag, yeah, I'm in Street Logic. Holla, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we got you casted today. Because I remember we were talking about hold on, yeah, because I remember we were talking about the first robbery location, and you're in there. Yeah. In fact, we actually, because we had to go through and name all the characters because there were so many characters in it. We're like, okay, because some people were gonna be just like guard this, guard that, even though they had dialogue. So we gave everybody names. So I can't remember what yours was. I want to say it's like DZ or something. I can't remember what it is, but I know you have an actual name on there. You have a good few lines in there too. So yeah, yeah. I mean, so
Thank you.
that's first and foremost. Of course, you, I, Jones, and Bird. We're gonna, now that we actually finally finished most of our early pre-production, we can actually get back to the project that we're all working on.
I'm not saying what that is because I signed an NDA, so I'm not saying what that is.
Oh no, that's what I say. But the film that we're working on. So that's gonna be there, and then of course, North Cack. We want to go ahead and make sure we're finishing season 2. We're probably about halfway in right now, and then of course beyond that, North Cack Music. Our record label. Of course, we have Renaissance Jones. Also, is one of our artists on North Cack Music. So we actually are getting ready to do a compilation. The thing about us, man, we're very big on when we're a team, we try to fuel everybody's goals. You know what I mean? Like that's why like the people who are near me, like you see Gigi, Frank, Coco, they're all musicians, they're all actors, they're all radio personalities. Like we try to make sure all our people are able to do what they want to do, no matter what that dream is. So Gigi, she's always had the love for singing, and so again, I'm like, okay, cool, let's make it happen. And so she's released her second single on all major distribution platforms. She's had her first music video ever in life, which was crazy. I ain't gonna say her age, but she's older, and she said in her entire life she's never done a music video, and that's crazy. So
Well, you know, this is what I say about the age thing. If you don't mind, this is where I gotta get on my soapbox. Okay,
go ahead.
you're never too old to dream. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
The dream should never stop. I don't care how old are you. I don't care if you're 8 or if you're 80. If you still got breath in your lungs, go for your dream, no matter what it is, because unless reincarnation is a thing, I leave that out there to be debated and decided upon the time when my life in its current form is over.
Exactly.
Anyway, unless reincarnation is a thing, we only have one chance to do this life, so we gotta do it up to the best of our abilities. Society says by the time you're 36, you gotta be married with kids in a house and stuff. But I can honestly tell you, I ain't ready for kids. I don't even know I'm ready for
marriage. It's too late for me, Cat. I got 3 of them jokers. So yeah. You know what I mean? But it's interesting that you did say the thing about the age, because what was the lady's name in Black Panther who got her first Hollywood deal at 80?
I was thinking about her, and she was one of the elders.
Yeah. Just, again, heck, Samuel L. Jackson's career didn't start till he was in his 40s.
Same Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, so that's why I say, and again, the thing is, except for like maybe the rap game, and they still try to act like it's an age thing in there. But again, I keep telling people, I said, all your favorite rappers who are the biggest in the game are all 30, 40 plus, some 50. So
Jay-Z's 52. Jay-Z will be 52 this year. Ice Cube is 52. KRS-One's probably like 50, 55, 56. You know what I'm saying? The best rappers are 50s.
Yeah, Snoop. All these people who've been around the game forever. You know what I mean? They're about to hit 50. So at the same time, or in their 50s. So yeah, that's never been a thing. So that's what we try to make sure we're fueling. Is like, if we can help you with your dream, and because the biggest part that most people struggle with their dreams is having someone to believe in it with you and help you get to that point. Because some people don't have that know-how or that drive to really push themselves to the next level. Like, I was fortunate, like I said, man, I feel I'm blessed every day because I was given a certain amount of talents to be able to take something from nothing and bring it to fruition. That that is nothing short of a blessing because so many people dream but don't have the tools to make that dream come to be. I was fortunate to be able to do that in film and music and in everything that I've wanted to pursue in radio. You know what I mean? Just because I want to do it, I was able to make it happen. In a lot of cases, I really could do it by myself, which made it even more of a blessing because I didn't have to springboard off of somebody else. I was able to use my own talents and bring me to that level. Now, I've always had good people in my corner who I'm always grateful for, who've helped me move better. And that's why I treat people the way I do. I try to make sure that everybody who I rock with, we're always elevating. We're always trying to move forward. We're always pushing each other. Like I said, Jones, he had left the mic alone for a while. He does spoken word, but he had left the mic alone for a while. He's like, yo, I want to get back into music. I'm like, bet, let's make it happen. Now he's on all major platforms right now. I'm like, let's make it happen. He's actually working on some stuff in the studio today. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what's next for me, just to answer your question, is anything that my team and I want. You know what I mean?
So I'm going to tell you a couple things. I'm telling you this because I feel like I got a kindred spirit with y'all going on right now. Couple things that I'm working on that I will go on detail when we shut this thing down.
Mm-hmm.
Couple things that I'm going to put out into the ethosphere that involves music. One involves theater that I've written because it's me saying to society, I know I am this short, chubby guy who has his youthful face. I know I don't look my age. Therefore, I am either going to be looked over a pigeonhole, but I'm like, I used to be that guy looking for affirmation, looking for a handout, looking for an open door. I said, man, forget this. I'm opening the door.
I respect it.
And now I find myself 119 episodes deep into a podcast, 45 plays deep into acting, an IMDb page, and I've actually dropped a couple mixtapes.
That's dope.
Might have another one coming up. May or may not have another one coming up. Like I said, I'll go into detail off air.
Yeah, Jones actually speaks very highly of you, man. Like, because again, when we got to that writers group, I didn't know who you were. Yeah, because me and Joe probably talk like every day, if not every other day. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, again, I'm walking into this writers group. I knew Bird. I didn't know you. I knew Levi Otis. So I was like, okay, cool. I know them. I said, so of course I'm asking, like, what's the story on him? And he's like, yo, and he spoke really highly of you. He said the man's extremely talented. He's very versatile in a lot of things. So he speaks very highly of you. And again, Jones, I listened to his critique on things because Jones will be very real with you. Like that's why we rock well with each other, because we're both very real. We tell each other exactly what we think, and we respect each other. You know what I mean? So when he told me that, I said, okay, I can stamp that, because he wouldn't have told me that if it weren't real.
Shout out to Jones, man. Like, yo, when I ask his opinion on something, he doesn't like give a bland or evasive answer in text form. He will give you a voice message, articulating what he really thinks.
Yep. And then that's it. That's how he rocks, and that's how you're dealing with an authentic person like that. So that's why I said, like, outside that, pretty much any kind of creative endeavor, we rock with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, like, if I'm doing anything film wise, Jones is in it. Like Counterplay, I think I only did like 2 films that Jones wasn't in. Only 2, and the conference only had 2 people in it. So, there was not really anybody, besides the 2 I want to have star in it, which was Tracy Frank and Donald Ross. But as far as that goes, like 90% of anything I create, Jones is going to be a part of it. Just because, like I said, again, I respect him, I rock with him, and he's super talented. You know what I mean?
I know you worked with my man John Black, right?
Yeah. Oh, John Black's another one of my people. I rock heavy with John Black. Heavy with John Black.
He almost, yo, he either almost or is 50. Don't look it though, brother.
No, he don't. Like when he said that, he told me he was like, yo, 40. Like what? I said I think he was like my age or a little bit younger. But yeah, John Black, man, I respect him to death. Like when you talk about somebody working, every time I turn around, he's on set. Every time I turn around, he's on set. And like I
Man.
said, man, we met and we just instantly clicked. The first day we was on set, because I think we met on the set of Michael Lorik's film Game of Love. And so me and him met for the first time. We knew each other through Facebook, like speaking on there and everything like that. But we actually met on there and like we instantly just clicked. And again, John Black has been in everything else that I've done since then too. He's in North Cack, he's in Street Logic. He's gonna be in everything that I rock with because again, when I rock heavy with you, we all gonna eat. That's how it is.
John Black came into my life at a time when I felt myself when I was starting to go into my mid-30s. I think I was like 33, going on 34 or something like that. And it was like God showing me him because, he's strong in his faith and what he's strong in his faith. We got the same faith. And he's very humble, also very talented. And he has a story. He has overcome incredible things. And, he's 50, right? Either 50 or very close to 50.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look it. Don't move like it. Don't carry on life like it. And not only that, but my play that I'm working on doing something incredible with, I had a Zoom reading of last year, and he just really blessed my words and acted in it, and from an actor of his caliber, I was like, man, much respect, appreciate that, thank you. For him to celebrate my words like that, that felt like a badge. That felt like a badge of honor. Not only that, but my first play that I actually produced, he came to see it and had high praise for it.
Yeah, he's authentic too, man. That's why I said, like, John Black, anything that he do, I support. Anytime I can bring him into anything I'm doing, I do. You know what I mean? Because like I said, when you see that kind of authenticity in people, yeah, we build together, man. And so that's what we do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what we all need to do. Now, I gotta ask you, somebody wanted to check out your radio station, get access to your music, utilize your writing and or directorial and or acting services, feature you on track or any of your North Cack artists, just take advantage of your services in any way, shape, or form. How can someone contact you?
Okay. Of course, best way to do it is just directly. You can hit me at facebook.com/Ty Durden online. You can go to IG, Ty_Durden TV. As far as to listen on Power 104, I mean, you can go through the TuneIn app, you can go through Alexa, you can go through Radio Garden, or you can go to power1044fm.online. As far as to watch North Cack, you can go to youtube.com/Plug Network. Make sure y'all subscribe, follow the movement, because again, the one thing we're trying to do different from a lot of different people is we're trying to build the city up. Like we're not just doing any old type of show just to entertain. We want to actually build people up and help promote people in the community and help get their names out there. You know what I mean? Like we have anything that's going on with film, comedy, music, we want to help build. We want to help build people up. So yeah, those are the main ways to reach me. Reach me directly and I can direct you to anything else. You know what I mean? As far as being on North Cack Radio, we're always taking people for interviews. As far as cameos on North Cack, we're always taking musical cameos. We're always promoting businesses. You know, the one thing is we want to try to help, bring people to the next level, and then people reciprocate. That's being completely transparent. When you help other people help you. You know what I mean? And that's why me and John Black rock so heavy too, because we both have that same spirit. We both promote each other. We both try to help build each other up. And so same deal applies. You know what I mean? Like anybody trying to get at us for anything, I'm not, as you see, I'm not one of those people that act like they somebody important. I don't feel like that. I'm not. I want to build. I want to collaborate. You know what I mean? Whether it's music, movies, whatever, get at me. One thing I can tell you is no, because I ain't got the time. But 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna try to make time. So, I mean, that's just how I rock. I mean, I love seeing people grow. I love seeing people elevate.
Man, that's a dope thing. That's very, 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 very dope. Incredible. We need more of you. And I will say this, and you can forward this information to yourself, your network, and your collaborators and all that. Anyone want to hit me up and tell me how dope my podcast is, or how dope whatever projects I may or may not be doing in the near future, or want to come check out my play, Dr. Ranch versus the Alien, which will go up October 21st through 24th. CVD Hires Theater here in Greensboro. You can hit me up. My email is adq4christ@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Instagram at DionChocolateGuy85. Twitter handle is Avenue ADQ_85. And on Facebook, my name is Adrian Dion Quarles. My government name, ADRIAN DIONQUARLES. Please do not call the CIA on me. Yo, Ty.
Yes, sir.
Man, oh man. I gotta tell you real quick. This is why I am so happy with being cast in Street Logic. I get to show off, a little bit more hardcore side because in Dr. Ranch vs. the Alien, it's a comedy. I'm playing this Texas oil tycoon, basically kind of like a Black Donald Trump.
Okay.
So, he believes he was abducted by aliens. It's funny and stuff, but, funny, it's not really hard for me to be funny. I like doing, I'm starting to like doing dramatic or suspenseful or non-comedies that, really allow me to stretch myself. So I thank y'all very much for the opportunity to do that.
Definitely.
I want to tell you, for all that you do, for all the art that you're putting out there, for all the dreams that you're making to come true, you, sir, are a beloved, necessary, needed, and important member of the Renaissance. Our people are better because of you, sir.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so this has been another episode of ADQ's Renaissance. Again, watch North Cack. You will see incredible things. It makes everything that you see on the streaming services, on regular television, look like North Whack. Watch North Whack.
Okay, I feel you.
And also come to Greensboro, CVD Hires Theater, 6 o'clock, $12, October 21st and 23rd, 7 p.m. actually, 2 p.m. on October 24th, Dr. Ranch vs. the Alien. I will be playing an oil tycoon, basically a Black Trump with bad hair. So this has been ADQ's Renaissance. I'm ADQ. That's Ty Durden. I butchered your last name. I am so sorry.
You good.
Let me do that again. This is ADQ's Renaissance. I'm ADQ. He's Ty Durden, and we are changing the game. Peace. And this is where I boom. And the broadcast is ended, I think. It's still loading. No, it hasn't ended. What the heck? And the daggone broadcast, bro. Oh, okay. Oh, this thing is acting crazy.
But yeah, get at me later, man. I wanted to get at you about your music too, brother. All right.
I have no idea what you are in regards to this music. Now I'm playing. Yeah, I most definitely will. I most definitely will. As soon as I get this thing in. But yeah, I'm most definitely. Yo, Ty, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. Yep, still. My bike might have went out. Hold up.
What the heck?
Hey, come here, man. Hey, let me hit you this up. You like to call life, man. Now, you ain't gonna like what I got to say, man, because I know you kinda hard-headed. I'm just trying to see you make it to next year. Just listen. Now, baby boy, was just a small child, always getting flexed on. Target for abuse, getting picked at and stepped on. And that results in bad decisions in his life. Always feeling for the drum, always itching for a fight. I'm empathizing, his position is a strike. There's a hole in his soul, what was missing was the light. He steady dugging while his pants hang low. And he trying to make dough up in hoods he ain't know. Cause he's intelligent but never been sensible. 25 alive, so we thinking he's invincible. Working street codes and he's violating principle. Label him a hater, his behavior's reprehensible. This ain't life, same stripes you're working hard for. Got you flexing in the street and talking hardcore. So in school he never made it past the sophomore. But steady bitching why in life he never got more foolish. Come here, young lady. Yeah, you better catch your earful too. It's hard out there, man. Gotta make good decisions in this life. Listen up, young lady. Now listen here, baby girl, you so fine and divine. 21 in the age, only 9 in the mind. And though them curves, they define your design. VIP in the club, the kind you will find. Mind in the gutter is the sign of the time. Don't you try to be mine, I'm inclined to decline. So kick rocks while you skip up the road. Bag lady, I ain't trying to pick up your load. So get right, try to live up the code. Read to your C's, only get what you sold. She turned up like she ain't got youngins, huh? Give up her body like she ain't got nothing. Man, with no goals, the dreams of a fiend. She's so low, can't believe she's the queen. I wish the story had a better news center, but she lost in the mind. Do but never do better, and that's foolish. Alright, that's all I got, man. I'ma wrap this up. I know you're mugging me right now. I gotta speak the truth, that's all I know. That young man understand that you need some direction. So hit the right at the street intersection. Forget the drama and the beef in the flesh. So the man in the mirror has a decent reflection. Cause nobody else can know your role. And I don't let your enemy control your soul. So I can't let you travel down this road so cold without me just reminding you to hold your goals. But it's whatever, look at life is what you make it. Focus on success, if you want it, gonna take it. Yeah, I know, dog, it's harder to do it than me to say it. What I'm saying is improve your influence. The world is short, gonna claim your throne. Cause your life will stay shady till you change your tone. Don't walk blind in this world unknown. Cause the life that you save might be your own. Don't be foolish. I'm done. I'm going back to swagging or whatever the hell it is y'all doing.
North Cack is brought to you by the brand Charlotte Apparel. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle.
Where's North Cack? Where's North Cack?
Johnny Strings, move, rockin' Carolina blue with nothing to lose. Witness the ill city blues episodes in the carousel. Trapped in the underworld, draining money and ice. So what's the price? Everything's corrupted. Government chasing us in public, ruled by secret. All we can do is stay hustling. Enemies lurking. I keep them closer these days.
Where's North Cack? Where's North Cack? Where's North Cack?
Started on the top, started from the bottom, losing the silence. Steady eliminating problems, paying homage. The old school hustlers and the players. Chopping up game back in Jersey near the bodega. In the dirty, home of the candy box Chevys, Cadillacs and Benzes. Hustlers moving heavy in the Queen City. Since you don't know what this is about, I'm
Where's North Cack?
to the
Where's
side of
North
the
Cack?
south.
Where's North Cack?
Last time on North Cack.
As we all know, we have the event this weekend at campus. I don't think I need to stress the importance of this event.
Hey, make sure you get them tickets early because this event is guaranteed to be sold out. I have 2 tickets for you and a friend sitting right here on my desk.
Alright, so I'm guessing that you heard about the showcase this weekend.
Of course I did, man. But who invited Plutus?
Actually, nobody. They sort of invited themselves.
Just know that Plutus doesn't like wasting its time on poorly arranged functions. We don't do good parties, you know. Well, neither do we. But Plutus was not exactly invited to this event this weekend.
Nervous about Plutus being there?
Why? I mean, we performed in front of labels and companies before.
Alright. But you do know, this is not any other label, right? Low key, they run this town.
In the world you want to survive and thrive in, you sitting across from God. I'm the captain of this ship. I'm the general of this fucking army.
If I had an incriminating piece of evidence against me, I'd be where the fuck I needed to be. But I'm fucking smart. You see this? This is the fucking future. I hold your future in my hands.
Listen, Trey. My accountant's been over the books, and it's just not there. We just can't budget it this month.
Man, we can't do the show without that money, man. Chad pulled out of the showcase, and we're going to have to cancel the event.
No. You can't do that. Don't do that. Let me call Chad. Let me fix it first, okay?
I've got a little project for you.
Does this project have a name?
Chad Donald.
So are we looking at tabloid style or something bigger?
I want you to fucking destroy it.
I just gave her the information on her accountant. Trust me, I got you. I will keep tabs on her, I promise.
But you would be moving some packages. You know, stuff that can't be moved by regular legal means. Just know that once you get in, ain't no getting out without permission.
Got you, man. I got you, though.
What the dude doing anyways? You need to be worrying about that snow bunny of his. Don't mess around a loser. Ask somebody to go ahead and scoop on up. You already know.
All right, now this is where we film a large portion of our projects. So, if it's good for you, it's at your disposal.
Okay. This will definitely work.
Oh.
I can see a lot of projects being filmed here.
Okay, dude. I'd like you to meet Dwayne and his girlfriend Maya. They're going to be assisting us on some of our projects here.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well, man.